Welcome to another mega exciting 5-minute auto pairing on the ICC. So let's see what happens here today. Okay, so 5-minute auto pairing. Okay, Undone. So 1920. Let's try and stop the E5 idea and the bishop E4 idea. Okay, he's playing very aggressively with his pawns. There's some pressure on D5 here, might be useful. He's got a few weaknesses around. I could take queen off, or queen G4 for queen G7, that looks quite tasty. Yeah, I think queen G4 looks tasty. So let's play queen G3. So I want to take on C4 here. Is that a pawn up? That'd be a pawn up. Miracle. I'm actually going to be a pawn up. I think F4 would really help if he plays queen G3. If queen E7, queen
Check.
G7, would that have been dangerous? Okay, so G4 here looks interesting for a moment. And King F2. Let me just King F2. Trying to hold down G file and play Rook D1. Protected rooks. Still got pressure on H6. Right, so I play Rook H5. Just trying to double on H6. Right, preparing to play Rook H6 now without Rook G3. So F5 is good for Bishop S7 surely, unless it backfires because of this Rook. Does it backfire here? Possibly not. Might give me. Maybe it does. Okay. Because his rook can swing like this. So basically, play for G4, G4, G5. Is that knight doing anything naughty? Yeah. I'm playing G5 with that pin. Plays Rook G8, get some rooks off. Well, there's Rook E8 at the end of that. Potentially dangerous. There's Bishop E2 here, Knight D4, Bishop D1. So holding that G4. let's play rook h6. Can I play rook h6 or g5 coming up? Take on f6, pressure here. There's f5. It's going to really undouble my pawns. Maybe that's better than accepting. If he undoubles my pawns, yeah, I think that looks better. Let's be undoubling. I'm still got pressure on h6. He undoubled two of my pawns there, actually. Two sets of double pawns. This one and the other one. So rook h6 or knight d5 looks good. I think rook h6, g4. He's going straight into g5. Yeah, rook h8. Ah, what's this? Looks a little bit on the desperate side. For example, rook f4, and I'm pinning him. Actually, there's takes and bishop g4. That's unfortunate where that is. Just takes and bishop g4. Yeah, I think that's the end of that game. Okay, so interesting, aggressive stuff, but bit of a downside. Queen g4 here. Yeah, queen g3. I think this idea of, it's mentioned by someone on YouTube, a GM on YouTube, to take his mistake. I think there's a more fundamental principle about not trying to help the opponent's pieces, because you can see here that if I take, it's mistaken that I'm helping my opponent's pieces. Maybe that's the bigger kind of thing. Never to try and help the opponent's pieces with what you do, even though it might seem like clarification. I think here he'll be helping my pieces instead. In fact, maybe that's one of the big goals about just do you actually help your opponent's pieces? So keeping that tension there was good. He's helping my pieces, helping my rook. And it's with that help, actually, the whole plan's been formed, if you think about it. Just with that little bit of help of taking on g3, giving me that h-file pressure. I mean, the double pawns, they can be dissolved. I've got two sets of double pawns. But instead of also being greedy here, with rook h6, I mean, I thought that this keeps both my pairs of double pawns potentially. Say this position, it's not much, is it? These are not so great. Pawns are the soul of chess. So even here, even though I know I've legitimately won a pawn with steady pressure, but this is the point not to accept it again, because structurally now e takes f. I thought I'm undoubling. I'm potentially undoubling after f5, or improving my pieces significantly with this space advantage here. Big space advantage, blunting out his bishop. And it's really helping my pawn structure, this e takes. It's so, look at the pawns. I mean, it's just, I'm just going to play this and this. If he plays this, then I think just g4 is good enough. It's very good. Although the engine suggests maybe that's still okay, but it involves an exchange sack apparently. No, that's still okay as well. It was a great position anyway. So here it's all over really. I think I've got bishop g4 here. Okay, yeah, comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.